History is shaped not just by rulers, but by the warriors whose courage and skill changed the fate of nations. Today, we journey across time to meet the most formidable soldiers ever to walk the earth. From ancient Greece to the modern era, we'll uncover what made these fighters the ultimate powerhouses of their age. We'll reveal the brutal training, revolutionary tactics, and unique equipment that set them apart. What was it like to face a Viking berserker or march with a Roman legion? We'll find out. This is more than a story of weapons. It's about the spirit and psychology of the soldier. Get ready to meet the warriors whose names became legends of strength and fear. Now let's step onto our first battlefield and discover the soldiers who defined history. Our journey begins, a voyage into the heart of military prowess and unwavering resolve. In Sparta, a city-state unlike any other in ancient Greece, where boys were forged not just into men but into hoplites, the backbone of the Spartan army. This transformation occurred through the brutal Agoge training, a system designed to strip away individuality and instill unwavering obedience and martial skill. From age 7, these boys were taken from their families, and they endured a life of constant hardship. They faced hunger, pain, deprivation, and relentless drills, pushing them to their physical and mental limits. The goal was to become living weapons, honed to perfection, loyal only to Sparta, their state, their comrades, and their shared purpose. The Spartan phalanx, a formation perfected over generations, a wall of shields and spears, an impenetrable barrier of bronze and muscle, was nearly impenetrable, a testament to their rigorous training and unwavering discipline. Each man protecting the next, a brotherhood forged in the fires of the Agoge. Breaking ranks was unthinkable. It meant certain death, not just for the individual. Unity was their greatest strength, the key to their survival and their dominance on the battlefield. At Thermopylae, a narrow pass in ancient Greece, 300 Spartans, led by their king Leonidas, held off a massive Persian army, numbering in the hundreds of thousands. They stood their ground for 3 days, against overwhelming odds, fighting not for victory, but for something far more important, but to buy time for Greece to prepare for the Persian invasion. Their stand became a symbol, an enduring testament of courage against impossible odds, a beacon of defiance in the face of tyranny. Spartans wore long hair, a seemingly small detail, as a mark of freedom, a symbol of their independence and warrior status. They approached battle calmly, preparing for battle with ritual and pride, a testament to their unwavering confidence and discipline. Their legacy, a legacy of discipline, a cornerstone of their military success, unity, the unbreakable bond between warriors, and the will to stand firm, to never yield, even in the face, even when staring into the abyss of certain death, continues to inspire. The Spartan standard of excellence, a relentless pursuit of perfection, echoes through military history, a timeless example of courage, discipline, and unwavering dedication. As Greece faded, its influence, once so dominant across the Mediterranean, began to wane. The great philosophers, artists, and thinkers who had shaped Western civilization saw their city-states weakened by internal conflicts and external pressures. The era of Greek dominance was drawing to a close, leaving a void in the geopolitical landscape. Rome rose, a new power emerging from the Italian peninsula, ready to seize the mantle of leadership. The Roman Republic, with its ambitious citizens and disciplined military, began its ascent, slowly but surely expanding its control over neighboring territories. The seeds of a vast empire were being sown, promising a new era of order and conquest. This rise was powered by the professional Roman army, a force unlike any other in its time. At its heart was the Roman legionary, the backbone of Rome's military might. These soldiers were more than just warriors. They were the embodiment of Roman values: discipline, duty, and unwavering loyalty. Legionaries trained relentlessly, honing their skills in the art of war. Every aspect of their training was designed to create a cohesive and effective fighting force, capable of withstanding the rigors of battle and the challenges of extended campaigns. This training wasn't just in combat, it was a comprehensive education in all aspects of military life. It included rigorous instruction in engineering, enabling them to construct fortifications, bridges, and roads with remarkable speed and efficiency. They were also masters of logistics, ensuring that the army was always supplied with the necessary provisions and equipment no matter how far they marched from home. These highly trained soldiers were capable of marching over 20 miles a day, a testament to their physical endurance and the effectiveness of Roman organization. and they did so while carrying heavy gear, including weapons, armor, and supplies. Their strength was flexibility, a key element that allowed them to overcome diverse enemies and challenging terrains. The Legion could adapt its formations and tactics to suit the specific circumstances of each battle. This adaptability made them a formidable opponent to any enemy, regardless of their fighting style or weaponry. They could fight effectively in any terrain, from the mountains of Gaul to the deserts of North Africa. They were also adept at operating in smaller, more agile units, allowing them to respond quickly to changing battlefield conditions. These agile units could maneuver effectively, outflanking and overwhelming their opponents. Before battle, the legionaries engaged in a carefully orchestrated sequence of actions designed to weaken the enemy and prepare for close combat. They hurled pila, heavy javelins designed to pierce shields and disrupt enemy formations. The impact of the pila was often enough to break enemy shields, leaving them vulnerable to the Roman advance. With the enemy weakened and disorganized, the legionaries then closed in, ready for the final assault. They engaged with the gladius, a short double-edged sword perfectly suited for close-quarters combat. The result was brutal, disciplined combat, where Roman training and teamwork consistently prevailed. A prime example of Roman military prowess is the Siege of Alesia. Here, Caesar's legions built a masterpiece of military engineering. They constructed double fortifications, a circumvallation to contain the besieged Gauls, and a contravallation to defend against a relief army. The Roman army fought on two fronts, simultaneously besieging Alesia and repelling the Gallic relief force. This incredible feat showcased their engineering skills and unwavering determination. It was a testament to their resilience, their ability to endure hardship and overcome seemingly insurmountable odds. Their discipline and organization were unparalleled, allowing them to execute complex maneuvers and maintain cohesion even in the heat of battle. This superior military capability led to the conquest of vast territories. The conquest of Gaul, for example, brought immense wealth and resources to Rome. These victories fueled the expansion of Rome, transforming it from a regional power into a global empire. Legionaries were paid for their service, a significant incentive that attracted recruits from all over the Roman world. However, they were also responsible for paying for their own gear, a considerable expense that required careful financial management. They diligently saved for a retirement, hoping to secure a comfortable future after years of service. The ultimate reward was a plot of land, a tangible symbol of their contribution to the empire and a means of providing for their families. But the legionaries were more than just soldiers. They were integral to the functioning of the Roman state. They were builders, constructing roads, bridges, and aqueducts that facilitated trade and communication throughout the empire. They were also colonists, establishing new settlements and spreading Roman culture to the far corners of the empire. In essence, they were shaping the empire's infrastructure and contributing to its economic and social development. Their labor built the roads and forts that connected the vast Roman territories. The Roman legionary was the embodiment of Roman power and ingenuity. He was the architect, the builder, and the enforcer of Roman dominance. He was the cornerstone of Rome's power, the foundation upon which the empire was built. Their legacy endures to this day, a testament to their remarkable achievements. It's a legacy of unmatched discipline, a key factor in their battlefield successes. It's also a legacy of adaptability, their ability to adjust to any situation and overcome any obstacle. And it's a legacy of the ability to build, to create lasting infrastructure that shaped the course of history. The Roman legionary could conquer, but he could also build, and that is why the Roman Empire left such an indelible mark on the world. As Rome fell, the Vikings emerged, led by berserkers, warriors who fought in a trance of primal rage. Berserkers charged ahead of the shield wall, clad in animal skins, immune to pain and fear. Their fury, whether drug-induced or ritualistic, was a psychological weapon that terrified enemies. At Stamford Bridge, a lone berserker held a bridge against dozens, buying time for his army. Berserkers were so feared they were eventually outlawed, seen as dangerous to friend and foe alike. Their unpredictability made them both a weapon and a liability. The berserker's strength was raw, untamed ferocity, strength without discipline. They embodied the terrifying power of the individual unleashed. Their legend endures as a symbol of primal, unstoppable force. The North's fury changed the face of battle. From the heart of the Central Asian steppe, a land of sweeping grasslands and endless horizons, emerged a force that would reshape the world. This vast and unforgiving landscape, stretching for thousands of miles, was the cradle of a people whose name would become synonymous with conquest and military prowess. The Mongol horse archer, a warrior born and bred in the saddle, became the 13th century's most formidable fighting force, a terror to settled civilizations and a master of mobile warfare. Their impact on the world stage was profound, leaving an indelible mark on the course of history, the ultimate weapon of their time. A synthesis of horsemanship and archery skills honed to deadly perfection. Raised in the saddle from the earliest age, practically born into a life intertwined with their horses, Mongols were unmatched in their equestrian abilities, their bond with their steeds transcending mere utility. They were peerless riders and archers, a deadly combination that made them masters of the battlefield. Able to travel vast distances, covering an astonishing 100 miles a day, allowing them to strike with lightning speed and overwhelming force. Their endurance was legendary, a testament to their rigorous training and the hardiness of their horses. Their composite bows, crafted with meticulous care from layers of wood, horn, and sinew, were small but incredibly powerful, a marvel of engineering for their time. They could pierce even the thickest armor at a considerable distance, turning the tide of battles before their enemies could even engage. Mongols used diverse arrows, each designed for a specific purpose, and could shoot with uncanny accuracy in any direction, a testament to their unparalleled skill and control. Even backwards in the famed Parthian shot at full gallop, they could unleash a deadly volley of arrows. At the Kalka River in 1223, they lured a larger, combined Russes and Cuman army deep into the steppe, far from their supply lines and familiar territory. Then, with a swift and decisive maneuver, they encircled and utterly destroyed them, showcasing their mastery of battlefield tactics. Employing devastating hit-and-run tactics, they harassed and demoralized their enemies. Strict discipline was rigorously enforced throughout the ranks, ensuring unwavering obedience and cohesion. This discipline was maintained by the Yasa Code, a comprehensive set of laws and regulations, where even minor infractions meant swift and often brutal death. Their unparalleled mobility, their highly effective organization, and their calculated use of psychological warfare, spreading terror and demoralizing their opponents, made them a force that was nearly invincible on the battlefields of the 13th and 14th centuries. Mongols weren't just raiders driven by plunder, they were a sophisticated, highly organized, and strategically astute military force, capable of planning and executing complex campaigns. They built the largest contiguous land empire in history, stretching from Eastern Europe to the Pacific Ocean. This was achieved through speed of movement, unwavering discipline in the ranks, and constant innovation in their military tactics and strategies. The Mongol horse archer, the embodiment of their military prowess, was the ultimate expression, the apex of mobile weapon systems in the pre-industrial world, a force multiplier that allowed them to conquer and control vast territories. Their legacy is a testament to the art of war, a demonstration of horseback warfare, perfected to an unprecedented degree, forever changing the landscape of military history. In Japan, the samurai emerged warriors bound by Bushido, the way of the warrior. Their lives were dedicated to martial training, spiritual discipline, and absolute honor. The katana, their soul's symbol, was a masterpiece of folded steel, sharp, strong, and revered. Samurai mastered many weapons, but their swordsmanship was legendary, aiming to end fights in a single, perfect strike. Miyamoto Musashi, the greatest swordsman, won over 60 duels, often with improvised weapons and superior strategy. Samurai armor, though ornate, was flexible and functional, allowing agile movement. Their strength was a blend of skill, discipline, and a code that placed honor above life. The samurai became icons of martial perfection and spiritual resolve, their legacy the fusion of art, discipline, and deadly efficiency. In the Ottoman Empire, the Janissaries formed the Sultan's elite guard, loyal, disciplined, and feared. Recruited as boys through the Devshirme system, they were raised to serve only the Sultan, forging unmatched loyalty. Among the first to master firearms, Janissaries gave the Ottomans a technological edge. At Constantinople and Mohacs, their discipline and firepower crushed traditional armies. Their unique symbols, like the spoon in their cap, reflected their communal identity and power. The Janissaries' blend of innovation and loyalty made them one of history's most formidable infantry forces. In Nepal's mountains, the Gurkhas earned a reputation as some of the world's bravest soldiers. Their motto, "Better to die than be a coward," Their weapon, the fearsome kukri knife. Gurkha's stamina and courage stunned the British, who recruited them after facing their ferocity in battle. In World War II, Lakhiman Gurung, gravely wounded, held his position alone, killing 31 enemies and saving his comrades. Gurkha selection is grueling. Only the strongest and most determined are chosen. Their spirit, endurance, and loyalty have made them legendary across conflicts. The Gurkhas embody the ultimate blend of resilience and bravery, their legacy the indomitable will to fight against all odds. From the Spartan phalanx to the Gurkhas, the definition of a strong soldier has constantly evolved. Ancient strength was collective, unity in the phalanx, discipline in the legion. As technology advanced, strength became adaptation, Mongol mobility, Janissary firepower. Yet, the core of strength remains courage, berserker's fury, samurai honor, Gurkha resilience. True power is the mental and spiritual fortitude to face overwhelming odds. Today's soldiers wield technology and intelligence, but the warrior's spirit endures. The essence of the soldier is discipline, sacrifice, and extraordinary courage. From Leonidas to Caesar to Gurung, their stories inspire us still. The face of the soldier changes, but their strength remains timeless. This is the legacy of history's ultimate warriors.